Oh, what's up, guys? Oh no, I forgot to do an episode of Wrecked Bike Rebuild last week. Oh, crap. Now, y'all should know at this point that I'm not gonna just forget to do an episode of Wrecked Bike Rebuild. I was sick last week and I wasn't able to film because if I ended up filming, it would have just been a big old mess. If you'd followed me on Twitter at C2WTweets, you would have already known that already. But anyway, we got episode 7 to do. Let it begin. Oh my god, I almost tripped again. So if you missed episode 6 and you don't have time to go check it out in the description, what we basically did was install a new seat, install a new rear tail light that is badass. We took the wheels off and I found out I don't have the correct tool for the front axle, but luckily enough, I got it working. We basically have a hover bike now. Now we're gonna put some awesome stuff on it. But before we get to doing that, people were really awesome and sent some mail for the episode. So we're gonna show that real quick. So, like I said, last week we ran into a little bit of an issue with the front axle. I have a 28mm socket and it is size 3/4. I don't have a 3/4 size wrench, so I was looking for an adapter. I went all over the place, could not find an adapter or a 3/4 wrench. Luckily, I've solved both those problems, but the awesome people on Patreon sent me one. Or two. Or hell, a whole damn kit. So, you guys on Patreon, thanks so much. Totally unnecessary, but much appreciated. Also, so if this doesn't make sense for you, that's probably because you're not supporting on Patreon. You don't do the weekly live stream, but I have a thing where I drink ginger ale on the live streams. So I got supplied with some ginger ale, so massive appreciation to that. It says it's really carbonated and it's gonna explode. Look forward to doing that on the live stream. Okay, so let's get building. This is probably pointless at this point because most of you guys watching this series understand it, but Patreon is basically the website where I have the build on there and people can support the build. You get access to the community and the live streams, and for that price, you actually can win the motorcycle totally free, gifted to you at the end of the series. If you want to check it out, links are always in the description. I promise we're going to put things on now. So I'm going to be honest with you guys, today is pretty much a strictly visual day. All the stuff we're putting on just makes the bike look hella freaking sick. Doesn't really do a lot of performance stuff, but it looks really cool. Check it out. First thing on the chopping block is the focus on this camera and then this red pressure plate that will be installed inside here. Now you're probably asking yourself, Chase, why would you put a cool red pressure plate inside of a metal housing that we can't see? I have an answer. The answer is this. This is a clear clutch cover and it's black. Ducati Performance. Oh yeah. Yeah, so basically, all right, you guys just, okay, so you guys just put this in your memory, okay? You see this? You see this? Remember this. Oh, I also got new springs. Remember these things, okay? That's where they're going, just all of it. Okay, so here's the thing I don't really know what's gonna happen. So, let me sit down and let's have a discussion. Sorry, I was just thinking about the fact that you're still watching the video after I just told you that we're about to sit and discuss something about the motorcycle, which implies that you actually care about what I have to say, knowing my technical ability on the bike. Good times. Anyway, so fun fact, inside of this motorcycle is a clutch, like most other motorcycles. So here we have a window into the motorcycle that looks like it's full of oil, right? Well, this motorcycle has a dry clutch. That means that, obvious, there's no oil surrounding the clutch, right? So, hypothetically, if this case holds the clutch inside of it, and the motorcycle is a dry clutch, and that clear clutch cover it has holes in it. There are literal holes in it. If I take this off, I shouldn't have to drain the oil. Regardless of all the sense that makes, it is still just as terrifying. I'm not gonna drain the oil, and I'm gonna take the plate off. If oil goes everywhere, you know, it's a casualty of war. You know, guys, you can never be too safe. So just in case some oil is inside of the case, you know, we've got standard absorption protocol. It slightly worries me how easy these are coming up. I mean, if oil was gonna come out, I feel like it already would. Whoa! It happened. Very carefully do this. Wow, that's it? There's like no... Can I touch it? Well, there you go. There's the clutch. So, see? Dry clutch. I told you guys. We didn't have to worry about it. Oh, wait. Are these the same size? Pfft, hell no, of course. All right, so we're switching out the 5 for a 4, of course. Now... That's a phone call. Now I know the torque settings for all of this stuff, so when I torque it down, it'll be the correct degree. Okay, to take these springs out, I think I just undo the screws. It should be a pretty simple process. Please don't spring on me. I will say this is absolutely terrifying as somebody that doesn't know what they're doing. It's twisting. Why is it? Oh, okay. What the hell was that? The clutch was just twisting. I'm pretty sure dust shouldn't just poof out of these things. I'm proceeding in a star pattern to make sure to get even distribution of the pressure throughout the clutch manifold. This should go without saying. Just in general, don't listen to the things I say. Watch this for comedy and entertainment. Not for a how-to. Okay, there's a spring. Now, I don't know if the new pressure plate comes with all of the screws, so I'm gonna make sure I keep up with all of these. Should I wear gloves? I'm gonna go get gloves on. So in one of the episodes, I think it was maybe the last one, I was doing something with the brakes, and somebody said something about, dude, every time you mess with brakes, always wear gloves because the material is cancerous. And I mean, I don't believe half the shit I read on the internet, but dude, I ain't about to get cancer for doing a wrecked bike rebuild. Are you kidding me? Oh wait, I also learned my lesson with my watches. Goodbye, Apple Watch. Okay, so the springs are off, so this thing should just come off now? Oh, there's a giant rod in it. Okay. Was that supposed to come out? We're just gonna put that back in there. I'm gonna go grab the other pressure plate. What the hell? All right, there's instructions here. Oh, okay, here we go. Installation should be performed by a qualified technician. Nailed it, okay. Now the question is what to do with the rod. Spare the rod, spoil the child, something like that? Okay, I don't know what the hell. Okay, I'm gonna do some research, figure this out, and I'll be back.
Eventually.
Based on my research, this little rod is supposed to come out. The way to remove it, supposedly, is tap on the top with a hammer and a small little device. Okay, so this is what the internet told me to do. We all have to listen to the internet, right? Okay, we're just tapping this middle part out. Oh no, because this one has a bearing in it already. Crap. Do you guys see the problem? We have this metal rod here with a little bearing at the top. We need the bearing out so we can insert the rod into the back of the new pressure plate. But it's not being our best friend right now. Okay, I'm gonna try getting 2 pieces of wood because they shouldn't give as much as my knees do. I guess my knees aren't made out of metal. Damn it. Please have wood. Okay, yes I do. All right, oh God. Okay. It ain't budging, dude. Okay, rubber mallet not working. Maybe actual hammer. What the hell? The wood's breaking? Of all the things, the wood. Okay. Alright, so I got a smaller little bit so it'll fit in this little hole. If the bit will fit, you must acquit. It's working. It worked a little bit. Okay. We do have success-ish, kind of. Our safety floor needs to be adjusted. Okay, safety floor adjusted. Proceeding. It's barely there. Oh my God, don't move. Don't move at all, please. Haha! My patented wood catching apparatus. See? Told you guys. I told you guys I knew what I was doing. The internet told me to do so. I listened. Okay, now we just gotta get this one in the new. Where's the new one? Oh, it's over there. Shit. Oh my God, he's ruining it. Oh my God, Chase, you're so stupid. What are you doing? Oh my God. Oh. You know, guys, in the words of a good buddy of mine, success is my only... Can't do it. You know, guys, as a good buddy of mine, I would always say, success is my only mother-freaking option. Failure's not. Okay, can't be serious. So we need that, we don't need those. Okay, new rod. New pressure plate. Rod inserted. Now we can actually read this for information. Ah, I see. Okay, here, I'll show you guys. You guys see how there's a hole in the top of here? The hole here is supposed to correlate with which one of these has a line in it, which is that one, which means, I'm gonna insert that back in. It needs to go like that. Now we've got to insert these new little guys. Yep, okay, so it's spring, little black thing, and then screw. And like I expected, screws do not come with it. That makes sense. Yeah, so the screws just go inside of these little black things. They go on top of the entire spring. And then push it in enough. Good God. Whew. That thing is hard. Stop moving. Let me make sure I'm doing it in the right direction. Righty-tighty, right? It ain't no like reverse shit? Okay. That is correct. Alright, there's one. Whew! My goodness, that was way harder than I anticipated. The only thing I'm worried about is if that one was that hard, then this next one should be even harder because, you know, pressure and stuff. I have an idea. I'll just push the spring in enough. Oh, that's the strategy. Okay, figured it out. So this is one of those rare moments where I can actually tell you guys what worked for me. So what I did is, with one hand, push it in as much as you can, and the other hand use to just screw it in. Yeah, so only one hand you have all the pressure of the spring, and the other hand you just work on screwing it in. It is done. All the springs and the screws are in. Now we just gotta tighten them down, and once they get all the way tightened down, I'll pull out the smaller torque wrench and I'll torque them into the specific amount they're supposed to be torqued down to. Why did something just pop and a lot of smoke pop out? Okay, so all the springs are down to a point of no pressure. Y'all, I wish I could be joking with you. So I pull out my baby torque wrench because I have to use 10 Newton meters. That's what the bolts are supposed to be at. Whoever sent me this like set, you literally just saved this episode because I don't have a converter for the tiny amount. But in that little converter kit, this little adapter would not have been able to do this without you. Thank you so much. Woohoo! Okay, that's 5 Newton meters, which is what the springs are supposed to see. So let's see how tight that is. Wow, that's a really subtle click. Okay, springs are on at their correct measurement. Now, we have a cover. Look at that new freaking pressure plate. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that is a sick modification, and even I can say that that was a pretty easy install. It did help out that it was a dry clutch motorcycle, so there's no like oil in there and stuff. But when I crank this thing up, obviously I can't crank it up right now, but whenever I'm able to crank this up, this thing will like freely spin. Oh, so dope. Okay, we're gonna move on to the other stuff now. Probably don't need these anymore. All right, so next up, I've told you guys we're kind of trying to take all the silver off of this motorcycle. I want all black and red. That is a giant piece of silver, but we're gonna replace it with these guys. This is just like a quick release gas cap. So if you open this up, you can see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. So I should just have to take those 5 out and this whole thing should pop off. Not really sure what to do about the hoses though. I'm just kidding, I wouldn't do that. I would do that, I'm just not going to. Oh, that is dope. What's really cool about the little gas cap thing is it's almost like a universal product that everybody on every motorcycle can have. So if you want that on your bike, there's a very good chance that you can just grab it. Revzilla actually shipped that out to me, but it doesn't even cost that much. So if you guys want to upgrade your gas tank and not have to use your gas key, highly recommend it. I'll put a link in the description for that thing. It's sick. So now the question is, how do we get the tubes out? I think carbon fiber might look a little better. So guys, I'm sitting here installing this carbon fiber like center piece of fairing, and I realized the top 2 bolts now don't have a bolting spot because the base of the gas tank, like gas tank hole that this is on top of, is now gone. And I'm like, now I can't run the hoses. It doesn't feel like that's correct. So I took apart the thing, and I realized that there's like the silver part goes on top of this piece. So I'm gonna take this out and then re-put this back in here, because what that'll do is give me the drains for the bolts, and that makes a little more sense to me. So hopefully that works out. I'm gonna take this off, put this on, and see if this will fit on top of that. If that all makes sense. I think that fits a little bit better. All right, so next thing, we're gonna put the seat back on, and then we're gonna continue this section because one piece of carbon fiber would be cool, but an entire line of carbon fiber would look even better, I think. Okay, so the next piece is the fairing piece that covers this top area. Got a carbon fiber piece for that. Look at that. All right, so first, I think, if I remember correctly, now we have to put the fairings on, but we've got new fairings, so they're not red anymore. So let's put those on, then the carbon fiber piece gets put on. So we'll put this on the side for now. So if you're a part of the Patreon page, you already know what color these are, but if you're not, drum roll please. Grrr. They're black. For a fairing to come from the dealer, like, that is a pretty legit piece of fairing. So yep, that's what they're gonna look like. Let's make it black. Oh man, I just realized I can't have the seat on. I need to take the seat off. God, I keep having to take this thing on and off. It's ridiculous. I think that's all the bolts for the fairing by itself. So now we're gonna get the other piece on. Oh my God, it's starting to look like a motorcycle. So the one challenging thing I'm realizing is the carbon fiber is slightly too big on the sides because the fairings have these little panels that you click in and slide forward. The carbon fiber is just like the hair too thick. So all you have to do is you have to put a lot of pressure and it slots the little tab in. I mean, it works out fine, but gonna have to add a little pressure in case you decide to go this route. Okay, now that the gas tank's on, now we can add that big carbon fiber piece on the top. I am so excited to see what this is gonna end up looking like. All right, now I know the fit in here is rather snug, so I wanna be careful. There we go. So everything's fitting up over here. Okay, finally all of that is put on, so now we can get these screws in. There are certain pieces on this carbon fiber that are just, they're so like tight, the nut can barely go through. Like literally these bolts are screwing into the carbon fiber. So you know how I told you guys the carbon fiber is like, it almost like it has a little film that makes it just too big, like the holes are too small for the screws to go in. Getting them in by hand is a pain, but I found a strategy that helps you kind of like bore a hole through the carbon fiber. You're not gonna like the solution, but it works. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna put it on video because God forbid somebody gets triggered. We're just gonna put this away. I used the shit out of it. Of all the things I did in today's episode, that was by far the hardest thing. It's always gotta be something, right? Whatever, enough of that. We are going to put the seat back on for the last time in this episode, I promise. Ugh. And guys, with those screws in, I can finally show you my whole mentality for why I got those carbon fiber pieces. So if you guys notice, the tail has this like flat black here, but then it has this kind of material seat. I love the idea of the seat running into the middle, running up to this area right here. This area, I actually have the carbon fiber piece over here. So I got this piece as well, and this is supposed to go on top of here. I'm not sure if it just goes over on top, kind of like that, or if you actually take that other piece off. I have to take the other piece off anyway because I'm going to be installing a new headlight, so I'm going to hold off on that carbon fiber piece, but you get the point. Black carbon fiber line up to the top. So guys, with the gas tank fairings on and all the carbon fiber stuff locked down, I think I'm going to call episode 7 over. Oh, and we also got the clutch pressure plate and the clear clutch cover on as well. As you can kind of tell, we're working our way from the tail up and around. So episode 8 is going to be replacing everything on this bar that you can see. We're going to be blacking all that stuff out. It's going to be absolutely sick. I'm very excited. If you guys got to this point in the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you can get more episodes. And before we get out of here, gotta do a massive freaking shout out to all my patrons over on Patreon. If you guys haven't checked that page out, that's basically where we have all the community discussions on what we're gonna be putting on the motorcycle. You guys get sneak peeks of what we're gonna be doing. And if you support the channel or you support that page, you also get a chance at winning the whole freaking motorcycle once the series is over. So if you enjoy the series, I highly recommend you go check that out. And yeah, other than that, I appreciate you guys watching this video. I'm Chaseontwowheels. This is Wrecked Bike Rebuild. I can't say Wrecked Bike Rebuild today. Anyway, this is Wrecked Bike Rebuild episode 6 or 7. This is 7. I'll see you guys on episode 8, which will be next Tuesday or Thursday and Friday for my other videos. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Later. Carbon fiber. Boom, boom, doo, 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 doo.